Alright, this is episode 13, part 2. And I totally forgot to mention for the Plurk Podcast Challenge that I was number 13, the 13th one who joined, and this is my 13th episode, so yay. Katie from Knitting on the Fly totally stole your lucky number, but... So today was the nursing information session. Yeah, they called it that. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever gotten this much paperwork at a single point in time ever. I got my little notebook this morning actually to take notes. And take notes I did, even with the vast amounts of paperwork. I have buttloads of notes on stuff that wasn't on the forums. And I have notes on the forums. So this isn't actually even all of the paperwork that we got, because we had to sign things and turn them in as well. Yeah. All of that. So we got our student handbook, apparently our Bible, and so many loose forms. I'm so glad that they gave us the little binder clip to keep everything together, because I have a bunch of stuff that's going up on the corkboard right after this. All sorts of stuff that I have to do. Granted, some of these are receipts, but... So they went through all of the paperwork with us. They talked about the dress code. They talked about medical clearance. And thank God I have not already turned in my medical clearance, because apparently they told you to send it to the wrong people before. The only thing I have left is to get the actual a copy of the lab results for my antibody tests for hepatitis B and for varicella, which is chickenpox, and a second TB test. So everything should be done by Friday, assuming that I'm not like a non-converter for Hep B, which if I am, I think I'm going to cry. Basically, a non-converter is someone who doesn't show up. Basically, in their blood, it doesn't show that they've ever been exposed to hepatitis B. You're supposed to get a series of 3 shots for vaccines, and the way that vaccines work is it's a weakened or dead form of a virus or a bacterium that your body recognizes, attacks when it finds the right match for your body's antibodies to it, to mark it, to have other cells come kill it. It makes a copy of that antibody and keeps it sort of as a I just explained this to someone with a really good analogy. Just sort of as a data bank, like if you kept a copy of, say, a form on your computer, and then if you suddenly have a project due and you have to... I don't know where I'm going with this. Basically, your body can bust out a bunch of copies of that already stored antibody if you ever get into contact with that microorganism again. Yeah, and if you're a non-converter, it doesn't show up in your blood. So if you're looking at the blood work, you wouldn't be able to tell that this person had actually had the vaccine before. So if you get a needle stick from someone who you know is HB positive, and you're a non-converter, you have to take the medication either way. Yeah. Thank you for that medical tangent. But yeah, they went over everything ever. I have my little checklist And oh, there it is. And there's actually going to be more things on this checked off. I only have a couple little pink check marks. I have 1, 2, I have 2 more of these done. Yeah. There's actually more stuff on this that we have to do. But there's so much other stuff that we have to do. But it's not nearly as bad as the medical clearance. I registered for classes today, yay. Although I still don't know when my classes are. I know when my 2 classroom classes are, but then I have clinical, which will be in a hospital, and then I have lab, which is in the lab. We practice on mannequins and stuff like that. I don't know when those are. It just says TBA. So hopefully I find out sooner rather than later, because I like being able to tell people when I'm free to watch their children. But I have my, of course you can't read it, but I was authorized to register for classes. And then I did. I ordered my uniforms. I got fitted for my uniforms. I ordered them. I paid way too much for them because I know what scrubs are supposed to cost. It's not that much. But they look good. I mean, it's all white, but we have the little UAB patch. And then we have a patch on the lab coat too. I'm looking forward to the lab coat. Probably more than the scrubs. I, of course, have to... They basically try and trick you into getting their insurance plan, like their dental insurance and their health insurance plan. Because they charge you unless you fill out the waiver. And I feel like a lot of people missed that today. But yeah, I have waiver forms that I have to fill out so I don't get charged like $900 a semester for something I'm not going to use. And then I have my big packet. They had the timeline for today. I have my curriculum plan. So I have every single class that I am going to take for the next 5 semesters. And I really can't deviate from this plan. I don't mind. It makes my life easier because I don't have to figure out how to make things fit. But yay. So I will start out this fall with Foundations of Professional Nursing and the clinical that goes with that, and then my skills lab and pathophysiology, which is you already learned how things in the body are supposed to work. Here's what happens when they don't work right. So diseases. And then I will do, in the spring, I will do OBGYN and the clinical for that. I'll do pharmacology, and I will do mental health and the clinical for that. I will do nursing research, geriatrics, and an elective. It'll really depend on what the electives are that are offered. I know we usually have some in diabetes management, in community health. Well, we already do a class in community health. I think there's one for cancer. I'll have to see when they're announced, because that won't be till the summer. The fall after that, I'll do adult and pediatrics and the clinicals for those, and then community and public health and its clinical, and leadership and management in professional nursing and its clinical. I have no idea what the leadership and management in professional nursing class will be. I will be surprised. There's so much stuff in here, and looking at the cost for the books is so scary. Okay, we have textbooks, we have our equipment, so like stethoscopes and blood pressure cuffs and all that, and then we have the software that we need. You have to have either an iPhone or an iPod Touch thank God I have my iPhone. So otherwise it'd be like another $200 that I have to pay. I don't like looking at the prices for the books. I'm so happy that my birthday is coming up. We have about 20 pages of the honor code, which I have to look through. It's supposed to be pretty self-explanatory. Like, just don't do anything stupid. I have to do HIPAA training, which is keeping all of your information, the patient's information, confidential. OSHA testing. Yay, bloodborne pathogens, and, you know, making sure that you know not to reuse needles. Book list, my checklist, and I think everything else in here is, this is the one I was looking for. They gave us one that's like printed in all sorts of colors, but it's the order sheet for the stethoscopes, which I got to try out today. And I'm super excited that I actually liked the less expensive one better. There's like a $160 one, there's like an $80 one, and there's like a $40 one. The $40 one, I could actually hear through it, but I was pretty sure I was gonna break it when I touched it. I'm very excited about getting my stethoscope. It's one of those weird little things. I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't decided which color, but they offer, one of the stethoscopes has like a blue tubing, and the plate, which is the actual part that you put on the patient's chest, has like a rainbow finish on it, so it sort of looks like, if you see like oil on your driveway after it rains, like how it has the rainbow shimmer, yeah, it looks like that. I haven't decided whether I want something a little more classic or to just go with that. I think that would keep it from walking away from me more, but we'll see. And that's not even all of the stuff. I have to renew my parking permit, and I think I have to suck it up and pay more money this year and get one of the parking decks, because apparently they're just, I mean, I already know that there is not enough parking on campus, but I've been parking sort of on the outskirts of campus because that's where all my classes were. School of Nursing, right in the middle of campus, and there's pretty much one lot, and it's always full. So I can either get there at 6 o'clock in the morning for an 8 a.m. class and have to walk somewhere for breakfast, or I can pay a little bit extra and get the parking deck. I think there's a waiting list for it, but we'll see. Hopefully I get it. I think that's about it. I know there's other stuff. I have so much stuff that I need to order and figure out, because I know my mom wants to get some of the stuff for me as a birthday present, which is awesome. Especially this stethoscope. It's just one of those things, like, it's cool to have that as one of your birthday presents. Textbooks, not so much. No, I'm gonna like my textbook. I do love what I'm doing. And I'm very excited for it. But that is it for now, because otherwise I'm going to run past 15 minutes. And this is already part 2. I'm not doing a part 3. So hopefully you guys are having a good week. I will probably record on Saturday, hopefully with a finished and blocked Haruni. I will see you later, and be sure to check out all of the podcasts on that side or that side. I don't know if it flips which side it's on, but that side, I think. For all of the podcasts, especially the people in the podcasting challenge. We definitely appreciate having new people come and check us out and all that. So have a good week, and hopefully your skies are not as cloudy and ominous looking as ours are. Bye!